We got sblpodcast.com/32 for the show notes. First story of the day is one that Sean, Norm, and I have been kind of mentioning in the intro is Buy Boston a Beer, and it was an event that, man, it took place in it was it 12 hours from conception to launch.
It was quick. I really.
Yeah, I mean, so long story short, after everything that happened on Monday, on the following day, there was a Facebook post by Three Tides and Marshall Wharf, who does the canned dog and a bunch of other beer, but I've only had the canned dog. So I think, is that the only one that's accessible?
It's the only one they're canning so far, but you should definitely come up here and visit them because they make such good beer.
Done. I mean, and they sent a little post out saying, let's start healing by dealing out free beer. Marshall Wharf in Belfast, Maine is bringing all 16-ounce cans in the inventory to Boston on Wednesday, and they said challenging all New England breweries to throw down. So then that sparked Jack's Abbey to try to facilitate this whole thing, and flash 15 hours later, and we're at the tavern in Framingham, where it's a relatively small bar, but they have a function room on the side, and they said it was 25 plus breweries, sent all the beer for free down there, started an event called Buy Boston a Beer, and there's a link with some photos that I had up there, and it was a great time. And I mean, just all the breweries you can think of. We had Marshall Wharf, Ipswich, Treehouse was there. We talked about them. Clown Shoes, Brash, Battle Road, Maine Beer. I had a Funky Bow, which was good.
Oxbow.
Yep, John Harvard's. I mean, Stone, Ipswich. I mean, everybody was there, and they were selling them.
Tuckerman's.
It was great. Big shout out to Tuckerman's for coming in hot on that. But I mean, we get the list in the show notes right there. But just it's a cool testament to people just sending beer to just one location to sell. But my impressions were great. I liked it. And Norm, what'd you think? What'd you take away with it?
I thought it was fantastic. I mean, it just impressed me how quickly this thing came together. Like you said, Tuesday morning, I saw the Beer Advocate post, not the Facebook post, but Marshall Wharf posted the same thing, challenging brewers. The guys from Jack's Abbey on Tuesday at noon saw that posting, contacted Marshall Wharf. Hey, look, we could probably get an event at this bar, the tavern. The owner has done a great job with the tavern. I've been working in Framingham for a few years, and the bar that was there before the tavern was by far the worst bar I've ever been to. I mean, it was weekly stabbings at this place, and this guy has changed it around. He was, I believe, the first bar in Framingham to carry Jack's Abbey, so he's good, close friends with the people at Jack's Abbey. Then they just really did it well. I mean, they ran it perfectly, $5, get the ticket, get whatever beer you want. People seem to be having a lot of fun. I know I talked to a few people who were still there after I left. Apparently, when the Boston Bruins had their minute of silence, everyone went silent in the bar and sang along with them after for the national anthem. And then there was like a line of people waiting to get in, which doesn't happen at bars in Framingham. So it was great. They raised over $8,800 with the beer and the raffles they had.
It's awesome.
And one of the best stories I heard, Sean might have still been there. There were a lot of people who won the raffle started sharing the beer, like giving them away. One of my coworkers was there. The person next to him ended up winning a bunch of Russian River beers, which I think were donated by the craft beer seller. And the guy had a couple of them before, so he's like, "Hey, have you ever had this?" The friend, "No." I go, "It's yours." And I heard other stories like that. Someone won a 4-pack of Heady Topper, and he started pouring them for everyone on the tables around him. And it's a cool event.
Someone brought the pack of West Valeteran.
Saw that, yeah.
About that too, yeah.
It's just like you turn left and you're like, holy shit, these people are bringing out the big guns.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these raffle items were donated. Not like Armsby Abbey donated a $100 gift card. Craft beer sellers sent a bunch of beer. But I know some like random like people just like good beer brought some of their rare beers in just to be raffled off, just to get more and more people to buy them. So it's fantastic that people came together like that.
What do you think, Shiny Boy?
Yeah, and Jay Bono, he mentioned that he gave some Heady Topper away when he won it in the raffle.
Tough to part with.
Yeah. The raffle was crazy. There was so many prizes into it, and so they even, I mean, for some of the people that were outside, they went out and saw if anyone who couldn't get in yet wanted to be included in the raffle, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maine Beer Company lunch. I mean, the people first come, first serve, getting a bottle of it for $5.
$5, and they just gave the bottle, and it's like, I'm seeing people just sip lunch. That's awesome.
Yeah, they were just killing lunch. Pretty cool.
Killing lunch at dinner time, which I thought was a bit.
I will tell you this, though. It was packed.
Well, yeah. You see, I think I must have left right before it got, like, mobbed, right?
Yeah, you left. Yeah. You left. I walked in and got mobbed.
Because, hey, when Sean gets there, party central.
Exactly.
All your fans, Sean.
If you want to see some really good photos from the event, Mike Johnson from FestPix has some really good photos on that. So at festpix.com, there's a lot of really good photos to show how packed it really got in there. I mean, I was sitting there, I was like, I didn't want to leave, but I had to get home to take care of some things, and I don't think I could have moved by the end of the night.
Yeah. I think it was weird. It was really well set up. I didn't expect it to be a beer festy type kind of event, but I think that was the only way that it would make it work. And I think big kudos to the tavern for the whole ticket system, and you buy the tickets and you get the beer. I mean, that's the only way that it could have been done, and I thought it was really well done. And
I ended up busting tables.
Bust it.
Yeah, they ran out of glassware.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had to do that at Novara before.
We're fresh out. Could you just hold your hands out and just put a fountain of beer in your hand?
I even know the guys from Jack Savvy ran to the brewery to get more glasses, but even that, they ran out of clean glassware. So at some point when everyone was doing the raffle, I was in the other room busting tables and cleaning up trash. So it was just a really good feeling there. There was you had to walk through people to get around, but people were just all in a happy mood.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like Norm said, over 8,800 raised for it, and obviously I don't have the links in the notes, but I know Harpoon's doing something. I mean, there's things continuing to go on, but that was just like the first thing that we happened to go to. Non related to the bombings. Norm and I were standing there, and we got approached twice by brewers. Treehouse came up to us, and Dean from Treehouse came up and talked to us, as well as forget the name, but Night Shift came up to us. Shift. So look forward to seeing them on the show soon. But it was just weird seeing them come up to us and be like, "You're on that podcast." You're like, "Oh boy, the word's gotten out."
Well, what did I say?
Shit. Shut it down.
Shit. I thought you were gonna say it was the turtle guy.
You sons of bitches.
Oh yeah, right.
The Kickstarter turtle.
What am I thinking here? Yeah.
Let's check in on him. Let's see how he's doing.
Turtle guy. Yeah,
update to follow.
Go on.
I know he's up to $60.
Yeah, $60 for this friggin' turtle bottle.
Mike, that could be your job to check in every week and see how Turtle Guy's doing.
I guarantee it's like my next door neighbor or something. Watch it be something like close.
He's from the south. I heard his voice.
Okay,
Brian, if we have time, I have a few other beer charity events that are going on. I can mention.
Sure, go. Yeah, hit it now.
I was going to say Harpoon for the next 3 Tuesdays from 6 to 9. All their employees are volunteering their time. 100% of the profits from every pretzel and beer sold in the beer hall for the next 3 Tuesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. is going to charity fund. Sam Adams with their 26.2 Mile Brew, they're donating 100% of the profits of that beer sold to the Greg Hall Foundation. It's a charity that specializes in emergency money, like immediate needs. So it's nothing like down the road, but say if someone, like my husband hasn't been able to work for 2 weeks since he's in the hospital, we can't afford our heating bill.
Right.
They can help them out. I know Mystic this weekend, they've been aging a beer for 14 months in barrels. They're selling it for $30 a bottle. This instead of, Mystic's a small brewery. They're donating 100% of the bottles sales from the brewery this past Saturday to a charity.
Wow.
Craft Beer Cellar, I know there's another one last week. I don't know if you've noticed, but they're basically asking for donations to help set up their New England Annex store. They donated all the money they raised, and they ended up setting up, opening the donations again so people could keep donating. They set up a donation bucket in the store. People came in just throwing cash into the thing, raising a bunch of money that way.
Awesome.
I know Element Brewing Company, they're bringing back a beer. I'm drawing a blank on the name. I think it's called Tripaw. That was a beer they did with Amherst and Northampton. They're brewing a second time with all the profits from that beer going to the charity. And there's one more. I feel bad, but I'm drawing a blank on the other.
I mean, you have all show to figure it out too. So if you think of it.
Ipswich for the Equinox release, anyone that bought a case, they donated $5 from from the case sales, and I know that they sold over 45 cases.
Nice. I mean, that's just it just shows everyone kind of coming out in droves and helping out.
Yeah. The other one was Riverwalk.
Riverwalk.
They sold all them. Every pint glass they sold at the brewery last Friday and Saturday went to it's a charity. So
Should have
those
bought
are
a
ones
pint
I
glass.
know of off the top of my head. I know there's probably a bunch of others set up donation things throughout the brewery or portion of the things. It's fantastic that these small breweries are doing it because like a brewery like Marshall Wharf sending all their beer down to Massachusetts for free. It's not like they have tons of money or anything like that. That's a big a lot of money they could be making that they're giving away for free. So
God damn it, such a good beer. Like, come on.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and it was your first time having it, Norm. I think I saw him drink it, and a quick tear just quickly exited his cheek. It was so awesome.